Hello, my name is Michael and this is my submission to the week 2 assignment of Introduction to Music Production. The topic I chose for this assignment is quantization, and the aim really here is to show you how to do quantization in Reaper and also to demonstrate the effect that quantization has on a piece of music. Okay, so I've already prepared Reaper for the recording. I have added an instrument track with a piano sound. I have also put the metronome and the count in up there, and of course I've armed the track and made it ready for recording. So let's record. Okay, let's save that and let's just listen to it again. You will see that it's, or you will hear that it's a bit sloppy, so there's a disconnect between the two hands. The hands are not always playing together, and also the metronome is a bit delayed compared to the notes that I play. So now to check quantization, what I will do is I will just control right click on the pieces to make 3 pieces. That way we can work on them independently and we can then listen to all of them. So this is the original one, and I have put the grid to 1/8 note down here because there's only 8 notes being played here in the right hand, and you can see immediately that all the notes are shifted, so none of them are really precisely on the downbeat, and this really makes for this sloppy sound. It doesn't sound really good. So now let's go to the second piece where we do the quantization. So quantization can be found up here with this Q button. We click on it, and first of all the first setting is where it should snap to. So here it's use the grid, which makes sense because we have set the grid. What do we quantize? All notes we want to quantize. Then what do we want to change? Really just the position of the note, or position and note end, or note length. So we have different options here. In most cases the position itself is the most important. It's not really when the note ends, but when it starts. So that's why here we will just use position itself. And the last parameter is the strength, and this is really neat here because you can see immediately how the strength influences the quantization. So if we put it to 0%, we are at original. If we put it to 100%, it's perfectly on the beat. So now for demonstration here, we just put it in on an intermediary level, let's say maybe 40% for this one. Okay. Close, and we do the same for the next one, but here we will put it at 100% just to be able to compare what the difference is. So let's listen to that. First the sloppy version. Now the 40. And 100%. Okay, so let's listen to that again, but I will just shorten it a little bit, each section, so they come closer together and it's easier to compare really side by side. Then we will listen to it without the metronome and without me talking. Okay, so can you hear it? It's really different. Already with the middle version you can hear that it's much cleaner and the two hands are really playing together. But the last version is really the perfect one, and maybe it's a bit too perfect. I don't know if you noticed, but it sounds almost robotic. And this is the problem. You always have to judge how much quantization you really need to still leave a little bit of human feel. Of course, this depends also on the kind of music that you are recording. But there's also the reverse. So if you see that it's too mechanical, or you have recorded maybe something, you can do the reverse, and that's called humanization. So we just open it here. It's in the view menu, humanize, and here you can do the reverse by changing the different parameters, and you can also see these changes live. You can create delays and make it more random, both the note and the velocity, so how hard the notes are played or how loud they are played. Okay, so let's listen to that. Yeah, that doesn't sound... It sounds random, but it doesn't really sound human. Of course, you can always change individual notes if you want. You can do this by MIDI editing directly here. So yeah, this fourth note, for example, it's a bit too delayed, so I can just put it back on the spot. Yeah, sounds much better. Okay, so this was a demonstration of how to quantize in Reaper. I hope that you also had a nice demonstration of what the difference really is, what it sounds like to have a quantization, and also an appreciation of the fact that it doesn't have to be perfect, because it will almost sound too robotical. Okay, so I hope that you like this video. I thank you very much for reviewing it, and yeah, maybe we see each other in another assignment. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye bye.